Hi everyone. So today I thought we would make this card using the beautiful Steampunk Collection Mechanical Time. It's absolutely gorgeous. You can see the variety of toppers that you get, and it's a beautiful kit. Now this card is quite a simple card. I wanted to show that no matter where you are in your crafty journey, whether you've just be beginning or intermediate or you're really advanced, this kit can be used. So I'm going to use one of the topper sheets, which is this one here. Okay, this is PD114, and I'm going to be using this topper here. Absolutely gorgeous timepiece with the butterflies, one of these ones with a butterfly, and this best wishes sentiment. So I've also pulled out a piece of the backing paper, and these gorgeous browns and gold, sort of coffee coloured, and one of the sentiment sheets, and I'm only going to be using part of the sentiment sheet and keeping the rest for another project, which I will show you, and a piece of the gold, brushed gold mirror card. These do come, you get your full A4 sheets, but I have used this in another project, so I've got a bit left. Okay, so let's get started. I have a 6x6. This is just a pre-scored card. It's 6 inches by 6 inches. I'm just going to burnish the edge. So the first thing I'm going to do is do some matte and layering. And the first layer I'm going to put down is my brushed gold. Now, as always, the easy way to matte and layer without having to measure is to place your card on top of your pre-cut card and leave yourself the amount of border. Now you can have a larger border if you like, smaller border. I usually leave about 1/8 of an inch, I would say. So I'm just going to mark it on the side here and mark it on the edge so that I know I'm going to have the same at this side as I am at that side. Like I said, you can measure that if you want, but I never do. I always just do it by eye for speed. So let's just take our cutter and trim it down. Okay, and always keep your scraps. Put this back in your packet, because this wee piece you might think, I won't use it, but you will. You could have this down the edge of a card, you could have it as a wrap around a card, so keep all your small pieces as well. Okay, so we're going to pop this down, and I'm just using my wet glue. You can use whichever adhesive you prefer. Okay, and I'm just going to line this up like that. So I've got a nice white border all the way around the edge. Then I'm going to take my beautiful backing paper. This is really good quality. It's 170 GSM. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I'm going to do the same matte and layering techniques, leaving myself a gold border around the edge. And then just marking where I want my border all the way around. Again, bringing in the trimmer and taking off the excess. Again, keeping these little bits, because that could be an accent on a card. It can also be the accent in the inside of a card. So keeping all the bits, plus it's so beautiful you don't want to waste it. So, okay, let's matte and layer this on top of our gold. So this kit really does lend itself to making shaker cards, to making all sorts of different shaped cards. You can use it in your junk journals. There's all sorts of things you can make with this, but I just wanted to really show that if you want to make a quick and simple card, you absolutely can with this kit too. I think this is great, this kit, for making men's cards. I don't know about any of you, but I really struggle sometimes with ideas for making a card for the men in my life. So this is just perfect. So I've placed on the beautiful cogs. Then I'm going to take my die cut sheet. And like I said, I want to use this one here. This stunning imagery on it. Even the tiny details are just beautiful. And then the gold foiling. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to take out one of the little butterfly. So these are like your little accessory toppers. Even look at the tiny little butterfly there. Really, really beautiful designs. And then I also want to use the frame. So you can do this with your trimmer if you think it's easier. I'm just going to do it and fussy cut it out. Because the gold foiling is such good quality, it's really crisp, nice sharp pair of scissors, and it's simple to cut through. Okay, just following the line like that. There we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do, as you can see on this card, I want to raise the frame up and have it as if you're looking in to the frame. So how we're going to do that is just take some sticky pads. So these are your sticky foam pads. Now you can use sticky foam if you don't have foam pads that are small like these ones. I think these are like 3mm by 3mm. If you don't have that, you can just simply take your scissors and trim down your foam tape. Now don't use your best scissors because they've all got a bit gunky. You can clean it, but just don't use your best scissors. However, I'm going to use some of these smaller ones. And all I'm going to do is put them around the frame to give it some lift. Okay, so I went ahead and put them on and took it off the back because you don't want to sit and watch me doing that. So I've done that. Now, all these products I am using will be listed down below if you're interested in purchasing these beautiful kits. They also come with the dies. You have, these are the cogs and gears dies. They're absolutely beautiful. 12 dies here. And then you have the keys and locks as part of this mechanical steampunk range. So they're beautiful. So they'll all be linked down below. And I have just stuck my frame to my dies like you do. There you are. So yeah, guys, definitely check it out. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Okay, so enough of that. Let's get back to the card. So what I'm going to do is pop some glue on the back of my sticky dots. Now I always do this if I'm using double-sided, sorry, gems that are already sticky. I will still do it. And double-sided foam, because eventually these will dry out and you don't want your card to fall apart after time. So just add in a little bit of glue, gives you that security. Okay, and then I'm going to place my frame at a sort of jaunty angle. I'm just having it covered slightly over my matte and layered gold. So that's going to go there. Then I'm going to take my main image and I'm going to pop that through. So I'm just using some more of my wet glue. And I'm going to put that right through my frame. Like that. Just give it a wee wiggle. So now you can see that you've got like a 3D dimension and it really does look like you're looking into the frame. Then I'm going to take my little butterfly topper. I'm going to take some, these are the sticks too. Now these are the deeper foam pads, and the reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to pop that there and I want it to stand up. So what I'm going to do is, when this is stuck down, this piece is going to overlap my frame. So I don't want to put any foam pads here. I only want them where the topper isn't going to be. So let's just make sure I've got it the right way. and I will pop a couple, put 3 just to make sure that it's nice and secure. Take off the backs. And then pop on some of my wet glue. And this is just going to sit here like that, slightly over the gold border. Now you can see that the foam pads that are underneath the frame are supporting here, but what you can do is just pop a little piece of glue there underneath like that, and that just secures down that topper. So to finish off the card, I'm going to go back to my topper sheet and I'm going to take out the beautiful Best Wishes. Again, it's all foiled, absolutely gorgeous, and it matches perfectly, and that is going to go across my frame here. So what I'm going to do is just pop a little bit of glue on this end and a little bit on that end and a little bit in the middle, because I kind of want it to curve, not too much, but just to give it a little more dimension. Okay, and then you can see the card, it doesn't lie completely flat, it just gives it a bit more, I like it, it adds something to it, it gives it a bit more movement, I think. Okay, then what we're going to do is I have went ahead and cut out 3 of the gears. Now, if I just grab my dies, I have cut out this one here, okay, which is that one. Cuts out beautifully. So I've cut that out in the brush gold and in black. I have cut out this one here in the brush gold and in the black. Beautiful. And also this little one here in the black and in the brush gold as well. So the reason that I've done that is I like to mat and layer them on top of each other and give them a little bit of shadow. It just makes them look a bit more realistic and give them a bit more depth. So we're going to take the gold one, pop on some glue. You don't need tons of glue because this isn't really heavy at all. And then mat it directly on top of the black one and just move it to the side a little. Pat off any extra glue, and you can see it's got that little shadow effect, which I think is really effective, just to make it, as I say, look a bit more 3D. So we are going to add our glue on the back, and then this one I'm going to put it here and on the frame. And also this is giving it a little bit of curve, which is making it look a bit more realistic as well, because it's not entirely flat, you see. Then I'm going to take this one, the smallest one, put my glue on here, okay, and mat it onto the back of, on the front, sorry, of my black one. Again, just to give it, oops, sticking with the glue, a little bit of shadow. Absolutely love these dies. They cut out perfectly. You cut them out and the actual card falls out of the die, and the die cut itself cuts out, so you're not left sitting with a pokey tool and poking all bits out. They just absolutely fall out by themselves. Just amazing quality. So I'm going to take this one and do the exact same. Pop on my glue, take my black one, pop that on there, just to give me my piece of shadow. And then again with my glue, and this one I'm just going to slip here, and I want it to be on the white so that it really stands out. So if you can see that there, I've popped it, most of it is on the matted layer, and then you've got about a quarter of it on the white, which I think looks great. I am then going to take, now this is optional, I just like adding a little bit of bling. I've got these pearls here in this kind of champagne colour, and I'm going to add a couple of dots of glue here and add on one on each side, and I think it just looks as if these are like brads or something like that, and they're holding down the sentiment. It just adds that little bit to it, like that. So I like that. Then finally, look how beautiful that card is, and it's so simple. We've not used, you know, any techniques that are difficult, any folding techniques, anything like that. It's basically matting and layering. If you can mat and layer, do a bit of cutting out, use your dies, this card is created. That's what I love about this kit. Like I said, any level you can take it to. So this is the insert that I want to use, and I want to use this part here. So what I'm going to do first of all is take my trimmer and just cut down to about here, so I still have all of this imagery that I can use now as either another insert or as backing paper, which is fantastic. Then I'm going to bring my card in. Let me just pop this out of the way a wee second. Take my insert, open it up, and I'm going to have a look and see where my image is, about there. Now you could mat and layer this again, either with some black card or some of the brushed gold if you wanted to, but to keep the weight down on the card, I'm just going to use the insert on its own. So I'm just cutting it down, keeping all my wee pieces like that, and you can see that leaves me with an absolutely beautiful insert. Isn't that gorgeous? So let's just add a piece of some of my glue, not a piece of glue, just some glue, and we'll just pop that down there, leaving a white border around the edge. And look at that. I mean, when you open that card, you know straight away it's going to be a professional card to have such a beautiful insert in it. And there we go. There is the finished card. Super easy, and you can see here, just by changing the topper and changing the colour of the backing paper, they look like two totally different cards. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Like I said, if you had, please hit a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And until next time, bye bye. Thanks for watching.